guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to address the biggest elephant in the room, which is my tan. I've literally just put a tan on probably 5 minutes ago, so that is why I'm looking a bit like this. But you know, keeping it real for you, this is what motherhood's like. Today I'm just going to film a Q&A, so it's just all sorts of questions. Most of them people did ask me and I was quite shocked at some of the things that people did want to know, but if you want to know, keep on watching. I'm going to try and keep these short and sweet, just because I know I could go on forever about the answers, so let's go. Question 1 was, how did you come up with Wolf's name? So I get asked this all of the time. So basically Wolf, his name is German, you could guess that, because Willem is part German. So we got that, originally it came from Wolfgang, and then we thought, no, I didn't like the name Wolfgang. I was like, I'm not calling my son Wolfgang. We came from Wolfgang, and then we went to Wolf, and we thought, no, we don't want to call him Wolf. Someone, I think Will's brother, mentioned maybe Wolf, and then like spelt it the way we spelt it, and I just hated it. I was just like, no, we're not calling him Wolf. And all through my pregnancy, Will just loved the name Wolf. And then one day, I think it was his sister spelt it out for me. I put a status on Facebook or something, and then I wrote something about baby names, and then she wrote Wolf and spelt it how it was. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I actually really like that. Like once I saw it written down. Question 2 is, do you want more kids? We definitely want more kids. Will's still doing his apprenticeship, so we're going to wait until he's finished that. We want to buy a house and everything like that first before we have another baby. What do you do for work? So I think most people know I'm a hairdresser. I've been a hairdresser for the past 4.5 years now. I did take a year off, but I was doing hairdressing from home in that year. Number 4 is, how did Will and I meet? So it's a funny story. It's actually a funny story because he messaged me on Instagram, he slid into my DMs, and he sent me a picture of Rhino. And I will never forget it. It was a photo of Rhino on the grass, and he must have been playing with him or something. And he said, hey, how are you? And I was like, who is this guy? And then anyway, I went to his profile, I followed him back, and I added him on Facebook, and we just started talking like that. I'd never met him in my life. We had heaps of mutual friends, never met him though in person. Never even spoke to him, nothing. And then he asked me if I wanted to hang out, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, let's hang out. So literally the first time I met him was I went to his house on the Gold Coast. I drove an hour to the Gold Coast and I rocked up at his house, and that is literally when we met. And he even had to ask me how to pronounce my name, like, because we just had never met before. Number 5 is my favourite thing about being a mum. I would say my favourite thing is waking up every morning to a happy little boy. He literally would just come in the room in the morning and wake me up because I'm usually asleep. But if I'm not awake before him, he will come in, he will walk around to my side of the bed, and he will literally just lay there, or he'll go, mum, 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 until I wake up. And the other morning he actually came and kissed me on the hand. Like, come on, how could that not be something that you would want in your life? Like, that is just my favourite thing ever. And then we cuddle every morning, so that's my favourite thing about being a mum. Where do I buy Wolf's clothes from? So Kmart, Big W, Instagram boutiques, Culture Kings, just everywhere, I guess. Best and West has some awesome stuff lately. Oh, and also H&M. I love H&M baby clothes. They are so cheap and it's like actually really good quality. What do I do for fun? Well, obviously I make videos for fun. But yeah, otherwise I like to just hang out. Like, I'm someone who likes to be at home. I don't like to go out all the time. Like, I'm literally happy for my friends to just come over, or I go to their house and we literally just sit on the couch and talk. Like, I'm not all about going out and doing fancy things. That's just not me. So what is the lipstick that I wear? So I always get asked what lipstick I'm wearing, and it's Honey Love by MAC, and it is, I've literally bought like 5 lipsticks of it already. I just love it. Like, just an everyday nude lipstick, definitely go and get it. And it's, how do I find time to do makeup every day? I am honestly kind of getting sick of being asked this. I would literally just put on the Wiggles for him. On like days where he doesn't want to sit still and watch the Wiggles, or just sit beside me and read a book, I would just let him play with my makeup brushes, and like it only takes me literally 10 minutes to do my full face of makeup. Was Wolf a planned baby? No, he wasn't a planned baby, but I just feel like God put him in my life for a reason at that specific time. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. I live by that motto. Is how do I edit my Instagram photos? So I use Facetune and VSCO Cam. So on Facetune I'll just whiten all the background, or anything that's white I will whiten that, and then I'll go into my VSCO app and I'll put on filter A5 and run with exposure, contrast, saturation, sharpening and all of that. So the next one is, do I do any exercise, and if so, what? I don't exercise. I feel like running after a toddler is a lot of work. When I do exercise, I would just go for a walk, and I usually just go around Oxford Lake, and that's about 5k. And I usually do that with Serafina, Will's little sister. She's like my motivation. So whenever I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm gonna work out today, I message her and she just like boosts me right up and is like, yeah girl, you get it. Any fitness freaks watching this are probably like, girl, you need to exercise.
I said you're getting fat.
My favourite thing about being pregnant was feeling his movements, so him kicking, rolling, having the hiccups, anything like, even though I did get kicked a lot in the ribs, I just loved the feeling of him being in my belly, and I miss it so much. The next one is, what is my favourite thing about Will? So it would definitely be that he makes me laugh every freaking day. No matter if it's just once or if it's 50 times that day, he makes me laugh every day. Do I have any stretch marks? I do. I've got some around my belly, on my belly button, and a few down my legs. Next is, how did we get Wolf into a sleeping routine? So we didn't really put him into one until he was about 1. For the whole first year he was in his own routine, and he would just go to bed and sleep through the whole night. So he'd sleep about 12 hours, which is awesome. He just did that himself from about 2 weeks old. So the first 2 weeks I was up every 2 hours, like every newborn mum usually is. Yeah, when he was about 11 months old, we decided, because he was going to bed at 9 o'clock every night and waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I just thought it was a bit ridiculous for a little baby that's only 1 to be going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. So he still sleeps 12-hour nights. We just had to put him into a routine, like, to get him to bed at 7, well, by 7 o'clock. So I'm going to do a whole other video on his sleeping routine and everything. Are me and Jenna still close? Anyone that doesn't know, Jenna is my little sister. We are 11 months apart. Like, since forever, we've just been like inseparable, always paying each other out, laughing together, spending all our time together. But you know, as we've gotten older, I've moved to the Gold Coast. I've got my own family now, so when I do see her, it's like the same as usual, but we just don't catch up as often as I would like. Do I keep in contact with anyone I went to school with? Not really. I probably talk to about like 2 or 3 people like that are like in my life that I see. The next one I feel like is a really important one, and it's relationship advice for new parents. Really need to trust each other's judgment and be willing to help each other out. Don't just make someone be the cook every night. Don't make someone be the one to give the baby a bath every night. Like, do it together or take turns. Give someone a break one night. Like, don't just be like, that's your job, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, don't forget to just hang out with each other and pay attention to each other. Don't just forget about the other person and focus all on your baby, because it does start to tear you down. Like, you need to have time together, even if it's just a night off and you go to the movies or something. Just do something for each other as well. What was the reaction when I told my family I was pregnant? I didn't actually tell my mum and dad that I was pregnant. My sister did, my younger sister. I think I was about like 9 weeks pregnant, and she didn't even know yet. And I messaged her one night because I was at Will's house on the Gold Coast and I was feeling really emotional and just overwhelmed with everything. When everything just got to me, I called her and I told her, and she was over the moon. She was so happy. And yeah, she's like, can I tell mum and dad? Because I wasn't at home, and I was like, do not tell mum and dad, whatever you do not tell mum and dad, I'm gonna get killed. She ended up hanging up on me. She hung up on me. Yes, you heard right. The bitch hung up on me and then went and told my mum and dad that I was pregnant. Who does that? Then next minute, my mum is calling me and I was just sitting there. I remember I was in the bathroom. I was like, oh my god, do I answer? And I was like, just pick it up, whatever, you gotta tell them sooner or later. Picked up the phone. My mum was almost in fucking tears and she's like, I'm so happy, blah blah blah. She was over the moon for me, so was my dad. They were both so happy, and since day one they've just been my biggest supporters. I was so shocked that they were just so happy for me. And the next one is, who was the first to know I was pregnant? So I told my best friend Steph that I was pregnant first because I didn't know how I was going to tell Will. And she gave me some really good advice, and then probably an hour later I called Will and told him. And the last one is my all-time favourite foundation. So I did used to swear by MAC Studio Sculpt, and I wore that in the shade NC35. I swore by that, but eventually it just felt like I was putting mud on my face. It was so fucking thick and my skin would just get so oily from it. And I've got really dry skin, so I ended up changing to Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and I've never looked back. I think I only changed probably like a year ago now. The foundation in Rattan, which is for when I've got really pale skin, I haven't got a tan on. And then I've also got Tawny for when I do have a tan on. Anyway, we have come to the end of my Q&A. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new and you'd like to see some more videos. I will be uploading regularly now. I know I've said that like 100 times, but I will be uploading regularly now as I've got so many ideas and so many exciting things coming for my channel. And don't forget to check out my last video as well. It was a boyfriend tag with Will. It is super funny, so I will leave the link down below. Go check it out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah! Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Not understanding this logic. On a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him.